I feel good for what I did to my mom and her boyfriend. Background. https www.reddit.com/r/relationship advice comments ZG560X. My mom wants to have a talk after kicking me out. UTM source equals Sharon UTM medium equals web2x and context equals 3. Well, curiosity got the best of me. There was also a burning desire to unload on her. I finally texted back my mom asking where should we meet. She said we could meet for lunch at the restaurant at 12 p.m. I didn't have any class today, so I was good to go. When I arrived at the restaurant, I heard some woman scream my name. It was my mom, who I haven't seen for 2 years. She asked how was I and said she would hug me, but said she knew I would reject it. Her voice was shaking when she asked me to follow her to her table. Unsurprisingly, Brad was sitting there. He didn't even look me in the eye as we sat down. He just nodded his head as if to simply acknowledge my arrival. As my mom sat down, she started shooting out multiple questions. What you've been up to? Are you in school? How's it going? I got annoyed and told her, stop wasting my time with these questions. What do you want from me? She responded, well, before we tell you, can we explain how all of this happened? I said, sure. For those of you asking me to get her ass in trouble with the school board. I hate to break it to you, but they never interacted with each other when Brad was in school. Brad only knew about her because his friends would take pictures of her before gym class started and share them with everyone. It was Brad who approached her at a bar. She didn't recognize him, so he told her he went to the high school she works at and graduated recently. My mom was lonely and jokingly told him she wouldn't tell anyone that he wasn't 21 as long as he hung out with her. They exchanged numbers and made a promise to hang out with each other. She said she knew that I wouldn't be comfortable with her seeing a peer of mine, so she kept it a secret and convinced herself it was going to be a short and casual relationship. Eventually, the relationship got serious. When she was hanging out at his house, she asked him about introducing him to me. He told her it wasn't a good idea. She responded by saying I'll get over the age gap relationship. He was forced to come clean about the relationship I had with him in high school. That's when my mom started tearing up and her voice was shaking. She said she was in shock about what she had done. She couldn't sleep at night because of the guilt. She couldn't even look at me without feeling immense guilt. She had him blocked on her phone. After a week, he sent him a message on Facebook to at least meet him once. She obliged. He showed up with roses and begged for forgiveness. He even said he'll apologize to me in person and that he's a changed person. She took him back. The next was the day she invited him to dinner. My mom burst into tears and begged me to forgive her for hurting me. She then said these 2 years have been painful for her. Finally, Brad spoke and admitted, she misses you like crazy, dude. She still needs you in her life. My mom said, I am sorry for being an awful mother. We want to make it up to you. We're moving to California and we want you to come with us. We will foot the bill for your education and everything else. You won't have to work at all. You'll have a permanent place in our home. I don't know what the hell came to me, but I started laughing like crazy. Like a madman. It was the most ridiculous proposition. Now, this is what makes me the monster. This is what I really came there for. After I calmed down, this is what I said to her. Mom, you must be the most delusional C, if you think I'll ever forgive you. You are dead to me for good. The only acknowledgement you'll get from me is me pissing on your grave when you pass away. Then she was hysterically crying. I got up from the table and left the restaurant. Only a minute after walking to the parking lot, I hear my mom screaming at Brad to stop following me. I really wanted this confrontation. The moment he grabs my shirt, I turn around and sucker punch him in the face. He drops on the road with his mouth bleeding. My mom comes to physically restrain him from hurting me until he calms down. I told them, "This is what I think about your proposal." It's been 4 hours now after the incident. I know deep down I should be ashamed of myself. But I feel amazing inside. I don't know if adrenaline can last that long. It feel like I took my power back. What does a guy do that's only a year older than you to make that kinda money to pay your college? If it's your mom, wouldn't she already have that saved or set up? Just weird. Y'all might hate me, but this is the type of update I was looking for. People love to do unforgivable things and think being quiet for a couple years automatically makes it a forgive and forget situation. Keep on living unapologetically up. I see nothing wrong with what you did. I'm sorry you had to go through this. But if you're happy with it, I'm happy for you. How is she really sorry if she is still choosing Brad over you, knowing everything he did to you? Brad attempted to assault you again in front of her own eyes this time, and she still chooses him. Kudos for laying him out. If she was really sorry and wanted to make up for being awful, she would have gave you the money for your higher education without any strings attached. Also, she didn't reach out to you at all for 2 years? And expects you to move to CA with them? Away from your support system. Delusional.
Sounds like a Wattpad fanfic.
Fuck yes.
Yeah, fuck Brad. Sorry, and your mom too. So I guess my third option was correct. Good for you on standing your ground. This just made my day. I'm happy you didn't fall for her sob story. F that. She knew what the heck she was doing. Go on with your life, dude, and I wish you much success. IDK, what to say other than you are a mad lad, sir. I applaud anyone who refuses emotional abuse and manipulation. Your mom is daft. Wow, they both deserved it. Well done, op. May your mom fail the rest of her life. Die alone. And if hell exists, burn there for all eternity. You didn't deserve any of this. I'm sorry. Man. She was keeping Brad from hurting you? Who was the one laying in the street? Lol. Good on you for taking care of business. Well, you get kudos from me, dude. Your mom is a real winner. Your update is everything I was hoping for and more. Good for you! Exclamation mark, exclamation mark. I really was hoping you'd do that. Good for you. Fuck them both. If she was really sorry and wanted you in her life, then she would have broken up with him. She chose him once again. She'll learn one day when he leaves her for someone younger. Karma will do its thing. No child should ever be their parents' second choice. Actions have consequences. Your mom made her bed and is only now upset that she has to lie in it. Add in the extra trauma and pain you must have losing her after your dad, and I have never had less sympathy for a person. Not to mention she continued her relationship with Brad after learning he bullied you? What a sorry excuse for a mother. She and Brad deserve each other. Go forth and thrive, op. You did good, op. Gonna hurt a lot more later, but it's not your fault and never will be. She made her choice. Of course she made incredibly unstable and ridiculous choices. But they were her choices nonetheless. Next time I drink, I'll toast in your honor for standing up for yourself like that. Nah. If you have children, they come first. I'm sorry you were put in this position. Maybe she'll come to her senses someday. Maybe. Good on you, mate. Beer mugs.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic Heracast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.